Viewer discretion is advised, and I will just say that everything is alleged in this video, and these are just the opinions of just me. This happened in Terrebonne Parish. I'm angry. I feel like I let my child down, like I wasn't there to protect her. That's what Tim Johnson said. He is the father of the 15-year-old victim, his daughter, that will remain nameless throughout the story. The teenager's mother, Latonya Harris, 40, and her boyfriend, Terrence Washington, 41, they have been involved in the most horrific situation and this crime against this child. But it had been happening for some years. According to Louisiana Department of Children and Family Services, dating back to 2013, an incident with information that was valid of physical abuse. And then again in 2014, there was another valid case of physical abuse from the mother. And this time, the victim was placed into foster care. However, somehow the child was placed back with her mother, and in 2017, she was stranded on the side of the road. And that's when her father became the custodial parent. His daughter then wanted to fix the relationship with her mother, a decision that he regrets now, allowing her to go. On April 21st, Baytown officers responded to a crash on I-10 East. The driver, identified as Washington, along with Harris right beside him, and the victim, an 18-year-old girl that is the victim's younger sister. They were all in the car. Washington did have a gun on him, and he was taken immediately into custody. The 15-year-old girl, the victim, was in the car. She was badly burnt. She'd been shot in the chest and face. And they saw this. They immediately took her to the hospital. Now, the mother had also went to the hospital. She had sustained injuries during this crash, but that was it. That was it. Washington had intentionally shot this teen. He had tried to end her life, and the mother was going along with it. After months of SAing the victim, he confessed this to the police, allegedly, but he confessed this to the police that he'd been SAing her for about 7 months. And I guess for some reason now they were trying to end her life. However, Harris believed that her daughter had asked for it. She blamed her daughter for these encounters that was happening. He said after he shot the victim, the family then left for Texas. Now, the 10-year-old, she talked to detectives too. She said that she had woke up a few times during Mardi Gras, and her mother was rubbing alcohol on the victim and trying to set fire to her with a lighter. The victim had been shot 2 different times, on April 19th and then again the following day. So they tried to kill this girl over and over again. She was shot twice and set on fire by the man who was SAing her and her own mother, who thought that this is what she wanted. I guess this was her competition, right? Her 15-year-old daughter was her competition, so she didn't care about ending her life. I mean, they was literally waiting for this poor child to die, leaving Louisiana and heading to Texas. Now, warrants were issued afterwards, and the home was searched. There was blood everywhere, and the smell of rotting flesh was inside this home. Do you know this crime against this baby girl was so terrible and horrifying that her eye had to be removed? She's currently going through cosmetic surgery, but this was done from her mother. From her mother. It's way deeper than physical. They can repair the physical. I'm sure they can repair the physical. But the mental, terrible. I just don't understand. I mean, it's disgusting. I'm so glad that this mother is being held on a $1 million bond with a litany of charges, domestic violence, child endangerment, attempted murder, second degree attempted murder. And he had charges that were somewhat similar, along with SAing. He had about 5 counts and first degree attempted murder. So, I mean, hopefully they'll be in there for a very, very long time. And hopefully nothing happened to this 10-year-old. I don't know if this 10-year-old is his biological daughter, but hell, does it even matter anymore? If he assaulted the 15-year-old, why not the 10-year-old? I hope that they really dig into this case and these people really go down for more than what's written. I mean, what's written is horrible enough, but I just feel so much is missing. Very short article on this, most definitely. The victim's stepmother, Latricia Johnson, she says that she's a fighter and she is showing signs of improvement. So that was very, very good to know. The 15-year-old says she's finally free. She's free of her mother. I mean, it's so sad because I couldn't have lived my life without my mom. And I read about these stories so much. And even with males, they just want to have a relationship with their mother, even when their mothers are maniacs and sickos and abusive. Physically, mentally, emotionally, they still want to have a relationship until they have to work and decide that they can't. So this is just terrible, and I hope this little girl really gets the help that she needs, and I hope one day she can really move on and flourish and live a great life, because this was terrible. Very terrible. Justice for this 15-year-old girl.